Hey math kids, today we're going to talk a little bit more about sine and cosine. We're going to use this. Sine theta equals cosine 90 minus theta. So I want to discuss this visually for a second. So this is what sine looks like, and this is what cosine looks like. So some things they have in common. This is sine, this is cosine. They both have a max at 1. They both have a minimum at -1 on the y-axis. And they both have a period that's 2 pi, or 360 degrees. Let's do 360, actually. Okay, 360, which means the middle is 180. The middle right here is 180. So they have all those things in common. Now, if you were to take sine, like this piece, and shift it 90 degrees this direction, do you see how it would become cosine right there? Because this is periodic, so this actually like continues like this. So here's like the beginning of sine, goes like that, and then this would be the ending of the sine. So if we just take this and we shift it 90 degrees to the left, so we take sine and go to the left 90 degrees, we get cosine. Okay? That's essentially what this is saying. Okay, so we're going to use that. I'm going to just rewrite that so we can use it. Sine theta equals cosine of 90 minus theta. So on your homework, you'll have a problem that's something like sine 40 equals cosine of blank. Well, if we look at this formula, this gives us theta. And so all we have to say is 90 minus 40, or the answer is 50. Okay? So for given sine, we literally just do 90 minus this number, and then we're done. Now for given cosine, so cosine of 10 equals sine of blank. This is 90 minus theta. So first we want to write that. So we're going to say 90 minus theta equals 10. Minus 90 minus 90. So negative theta equals negative 80, or theta equals 80. And since sine just has theta, it's 80. Okay? Now, there is a shortcut that you can figure out, but I'm going to leave that up to you to see if you can figure that out on your own. All right, now we're going to do problems where we need to solve for x. Okay, so we have this. I'll write this again. Sine theta equals cosine 90 minus theta. Move that up there. Okay, so when we're given this, we know that this is our theta, so we can say theta is equal to x minus 5. And then we also know that this 40 is equal to 90 minus theta. So I would solve for theta first. Subtract 90, subtract 90. That's negative 50 equals negative theta, or theta equals 50. Then take that, plug it in here. So we get 50 equals x minus 5. Add 5 to both sides. And 55 equals x. Okay. This one's kind of interesting, so I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do sine x equals cosine x. This is basically saying when does sine equal cosine, something like that. So once again, create an equation up here. So x is in the spot of theta, so x equals theta. X is also in the spot of 90 minus theta. So if we replace theta with x, that will work. So it's going to be x equals 90 minus x. And we add x to both sides. 2x equals 90. Then we divide by 2, divide by 2. So when x equals 45, that's when that's a true statement. Okay, we're going to keep going. Once again, I'll write this statement. Sine theta equals cosine of 90 minus theta. And, okay, we'll do one of these crazy ones. So, sine of 3/4 x minus 3 equals cosine of 66. So this is theta. So theta equals 3/4 x minus 3. And then 90 minus theta equals 66. Just taking this and this, setting them equal to each other, this and this. Okay, so we want to solve for theta first. So we minus 90, minus 90. So what is that going to be? 24. Right? Yeah, 24. So negative theta equals negative 24. Theta equals 24. Now we use that, plug it in here. 24 equals 3/4 x minus 3. And add 3. So we get 27 equals 3/4 x. Continue with the algebra. We're going to multiply by the reciprocal. So 4/3. 4/3. Okay. Now we can multiply that out, or we can do 27 divided by 3, which would leave 9. And then 9 times 4 is 36. So x for that one would be 36. If you need additional help, please come to Math Lab. Until then, calculator.